Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about 7th Standard Social Science, Term 3, Geography Unit 2, Map Reading. So, the introductions are: reading of maps will give clear understanding of geographical location, physiographic features like mountains, plateaus, and plains, water features or river, lake, ocean, etc., and cultural features such as roads, settlements, etc. The map are meant to be the preserving records of the past, which will help us to understand the past and perceive the future. Map political boundaries of different countries and states. It helps the students to visually understand the size and shape of various countries, continents, etc. Maps clearly refer to the properties that people own and the geographical boundaries. So, next we say about maps. A map is an essential tool of a geographer. Map is a representation of the earth as a whole or a part of the earth drawn on a flat surface according to a given scale. It can show continents, countries, cities, and even a local area are drawn with specific details. It is easy to handle any carry as it can be rolled up or folded and stored in computers. In the early times, various materials such as animal skin, cloth, papyrus, wet earth, and clay tablet were used to make maps. So, the type of maps, as each map is unique in its design, content, and constructions. On the basis of certain common features, map can be classified into several types. So, the map is classified into on the basis of scale and on the basis of content. So, on the basis of scale such as large scale, small scale. So, on the basis of content such as physical and cultural. So, first we see about on the basis of the scale. So, first large scale. So, the large scale map shows small areas in greater details because they are drawn on a relatively large scale. Cadastral maps or village and town maps which show individual field and house sites. Topographical maps show smaller areas in much greater details about small area. These maps are prepared by Survey of India. These are also large-scale maps which show both natural features like hills and valleys as well as man-made features like building, road and canals. So small-scale maps that show large areas that continent or countries. These maps are drawn on 1 centimeter equal to 1000 kilometers. These are called small scale maps. So the wall maps are small scale maps showing large areas. They are useful for students in classrooms and offices. Small scale maps covers a large area and depict with limited information. Next one, atlas. Atlas is a collection of maps in a book. Atlas maps or small scale maps covering large areas like continent and countries. Only prominent relief features, main roads and railways, important towns are shown in atlas maps. The study of geographic characteristics of a large area impossible at the time with help of a atlas. So the science of map making is called cartography. Cart means map and graphic means drawing. One who draws map is called a cartographer. The type of atlas. So the type of atlas are school atlas, advanced atlas, regional atlas, national atlas. First we see the school atlas. So it is contains the maps giving sufficient details of the home and country. The next one, advanced atlas. It contains detailed maps of even small region of the continent and area used as reference atlases. So next one, regional atlas. It contains detailed maps of small areas prepared with a view to help in regional planning. National atlas contains detailed maps of a country. The map of a national atlas are comparatively large sized and they depict general and characteristic features of the geography of a country. The next title, map on the basis of content. First one, physical maps. It shows natural features such as relief, geology, soil, drainage, elements, weather, and vegetation. Relief maps shows general topography like mountains, valleys, plains, plateaus, and rivers. So, geological maps are drawn to show geological structures, rocks, and minerals. Climatic maps, it shows the distributions of temperature, rainfall, clouds, relative humidity, direction, and velocity of winds and other elements of weather. So, the soil maps, which are drawn to show the distribution of different types of soil and their properties. The cultural maps, which shows the man-made features, are called cultural maps. The next one, political maps. So the administrative divisions of a country, state or district. These maps facilitates the administration in planning and management of the concentrated administrative units. The next map, population map. So it shows the distribution, density and growth of population, occupation, structure and literacy. The economic map depicts the production and distribution of different types of crops and minerals, location of industries, trade routes, and flow of commodities. Transportation map shows roads, railway lines, and the location of railway stations, airports, and seaport, etc. Thematic maps represent the distribution of a particular feature or theme and its spatial variations. So, the digital map is a web-based service that provides detailed information about geographical region and sites around the world. So, the next topic, the elements of maps. Maps provide us with a lot of information and one must know how to read and interpret them. Every map is provided with certain features that help us to study the information presented in it. The basic essential elements of a map are title, direction, scale, and legend or key, and sign and symbols. So, the elements of the maps, the first title. Every map has a title that describes the information given in the map. For example, a map with the title India River shows River of India. The second element, direction. In general, maps are drawn with north or in orientation. It helps us to find other direction on the map like east, west and south. In addition to the north notation, latitude, the longitudes are depicted the margins. The north is notified by letter N with an arrow mark. The next element, scale. The scale of a map is the ratio between the distance on the map between 2 points and actual distance between the two places on the ground. For example, the scales can be represented as 1 centimeter is equal to 1 kilometer. It means 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 10 kilometer on the ground. It helps to find the distance on the map between 2 points. The next element, legend or key. The legend or key of a map explains the symbols that are used on it to represent various physical and cultural features. The common signs and symbols which are internationally accepted and used in maps are called conventional signs and symbols. Every map has legend or key which explains the different colors and symbols used in it. On a map, it is difficult to show the real shape, such as settlements, bridges, post office, railway lines, and forest. They are depicted by using certain colors, symbols, or letters. So, the physical features in the colors: white represents snow, yellow represent agriculture, green represent forest, blue represent water bodies such as oceans, seas and rivers, brown represent mountains, hills and contour, red represent settlements road, black represent railway line. So the next element, conventional symbols. The sign is a widely used symbol or a line, pattern or a color on a map. It represents features on the ground. The Survey of India (SOI) have standardized a set of conventional signs or signals. Several colors are commonly used in the map. So the uses of maps. Maps enable us to know details of the landforms. And second one, the map helps the military personnel to campaigns. It is used in the aeroplanes and ships. Maps are used for weather forecasting. The comparison of map and globe. So the map is a two-dimensional form of the earth, but the globe is three-dimensional model of the earth. Map shows a small or a large area, but a globe is a true model of the earth. A map can show a detailed information about an area, but globe cannot show the detailed information for an area. A map is very easy to carry, but globe is not easy to carry. So the once again recall the lesson. Map is representation of the earth as a whole, a part of the earth drawn on a flat surface according to given scale. Map classified into two types on the basis of the scale and basis of the content. The basis essential elements of map are title, direction, scale and legend or key or symbol. The cardinal direction are north, south, east and west. The scale of a map is the ratio between the distance on the map between 2 points. A legend or key of a map explains the detail in the map. The Survey of India (SOI) have standardized a set of conventional signs or symbols. So, thank you children.